Right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. So apparently, millennials are struggling. I'm a millennial. I can definitely tell you that the majority of the people in my age group are absolutely struggling. The economy is absolutely drowning people. People cannot really afford to purchase houses right now, and many of them have college degrees because we're told to all get college degrees, and not many people are actually making solid money in their field. That's basically what's happening, and apparently this video is about to kind of go into that. I kind of just read the whole titles by speaking here, but let's go and check it out. Let's see where this takes us, guys. Apparently, this is a piece coming from CNN.
We have $435 to last until the end of the month. Okay?
What?
Actually, till February 4th.
That's even worse.
I know.
When we report on how great the economy is doing, do you feel that?
I don't feel it. I don't doubt that it's gotten better, but nothing necessarily feels like it really got easier on us. I don't feel like I'm getting a break anywhere.
The American economy looks strong. A robust job market, stocks near record highs, inflation cooling. But many people are not feeling the positive vibes.
Absolutely not, because we live in a real world. The thing about that is that, yeah, are interest rates decreasing? Absolutely. Are people still somehow able to purchase houses? Some of them, right? Until you realize when you actually start going out on that process, how much money they actually want for some reason upfront right now. You'll start to instantly be like, bro, they want $100,000 in cash? In cash? Before you can do anything? $100,000 in cash. Think about that for a second, guys. Who has $100,000 just lying around? Who does? And it's not like people are just lazy here. I was speaking to my mother the other day, and she was like, yeah, I bought my house. She said, hold on, $4,000. $4,000. Okay, again, that was the down payment and closing. Okay, but I think it was a percentage of the down payment. Obviously, you don't have to put 20% down, but I can't imagine anyone being able to sign anything right now for $4,000 that's livable. Okay, that's completely ready to be moved in. Move in ready, $4,000. What is that? What is that? All right. Can we go back to 2015, please? But all right, let's get it.
I see $400 going towards my student loans, and I see $545 going for HOA, and I see groceries averaging about $150 a week. Sure, maybe for my wife's retirement portfolio, it might be looking great, but we need to get there first, right?
Right.
On Saturday, we heard how MetLife Stadium is preparing for the World Cup final.
Please don't be TikTok, bro. If you're complaining and you're doing TikTok, we're going to have a conversation.
Danny Navarro did not plan to be a TikTok creator.
If FIFA decided to sell tickets for the 2026...
That was not his goal when he graduated with a history degree on a scholarship from the University of Virginia and started working at a nonprofit.
That's crazy because, again, I have a master's in fine art, specifically photography, right? And the interesting aspect of this is, yeah, I'm sitting here. I get it, bro. Things happen, right? Life happens, and you're just put into a position at times where you end up being a content creator out of nowhere. I didn't mean to be. I was, it was during the 19. I was in Spain. It was under like martial law lockdown. Okay. And I had missed human connection. That's what brought me here. And then I stayed, right? That's kind of where we are right here, right now. But yeah, unfortunately, TikTok doesn't really do anything for you. You need to get so many views to even get any type of paycheck that I would never suggest anyone doing anything. Like if you need for this to kind of substitute income, let's say, it should absolutely not be TikTok. I think they're like, bro, you get 1 million views and get like $3, bro. That's not doing much, bro. Not for you. All right, go to YouTube. That's it. But all right, let's get it.
Was at the $60,000 mark of my salary, and the only way that I was going to crack 80, 90 potentially was to get a grad school degree.
So Danny went back to school for a master's degree in public administration. This time, he had to take out student loans.
Right.
I had to take out $70,000 in loans, which is more than what I was making, and then right off the bat having to pay that debt down.
Right.
And so it's almost like we're basically thrown into the hole, and right away we have to start climbing out of it.
Let's see here.
Right. And this is kind of one of these reasons why, nowadays, listen, there was a time where every single person, it was smart for every single person to go get some type of like higher education. I do think that for the sake of overall intellect, the ability to actually sit down and have a conversation that's somewhat meaningful regarding things other than, I don't know, bags and purses and cars, right? I do think that some type of higher education probably would be really good for most people. But if you're doing it specifically for a job, unfortunately, everyone else is. Right, so your job market becomes minuscule because, bro, they have too many of you, and so I honestly would probably say right now, like for example, I'm going to be pushing my children specifically towards trades. That's it. Do something with your hands, bro. It's cool. Have all the mental intelligence you absolutely have, but just understand that because of the absolute flood of people that are getting themselves into holes like this, it may not be lucrative for every single person in the planet to go to college, guys. I'm sorry. And that sounds terrible. I get it, right? But I'm not going to push my kids towards college, mainly because of this. Exactly what he's saying right here. Right? It's too expensive. You're going to now be sucked into to paying off a debt before you even get the job. Bro, I think I worked, how about this? As a photographer, I worked over 2 decades in photography internationally. All right. But not really at one time did I use much of my degree for that, to be honest here. Unless I want to be some type of museum curator, I don't really need my degree in the way that I have it, at least. But that may just be the fine arts, right? But all right, let's get it.
That was 8 years ago. And the promise that his college degrees would lead to a steady paycheck has not paid off.
So you're first generation.
They rarely do.
And what was the dream for you? What was the dream if you went to college?
We would escape poverty. And
it's a good ladder.
For immigrants that are coming to this country, that's always the thing that they tell you.
Danny now juggles 3 jobs: soccer coach, tutor, and TikTok video creator.
I don't have a full-time salary job since November of 2022, and it's not without trying. I've actually applied to about 100 jobs. If
100 jobs.
I would say about in the past year and change, and a couple of them have gone into the final round, but just unfortunately not been selected.
Yeah, bro, tell me how many other students were in your class all going for the same exact job.
Look outside. Come here. Look outside. My life is very different than what I envisioned it would be. What do you see?
Rachel Gambino and Garrett Mazzio followed the roadmap that
Gambino? All right.
previous generations said would spell success. Go to college, get married, work hard, buy a house, start a family.
Right.
This is the American dream, but at what cost? So we have all of those things, and
not at the same cost that the people that are saying they did these things are cost. Let's say what they got the American dream for was a fraction, literally a fraction of what us millennials are going for. It's not that we want everything handed to us. It's absolutely not. I have no problem working. I'm telling you. Do you see how much content I post, bro? All right, show me someone else doing the same level, bro. I'm telling you. On multiple channels. I'm not playing around. I have no problem working for something that I want. Okay? But the problem here is that it almost is, it feels impossible when you're doing this, specifically with slowly diminishing returns, guys, right?
We appreciate every single one of those things.
Gambino is troubling to me.
Think about how we could lose those things very quickly. If one of us loses our job, we're in a not good place.
Right.
Between their college debt and monthly mortgage payment, they feel they've slipped into a lower economic class than the one they grew up in.
Do you describe yourselves as middle class?
I like to think we are.
I would say lower middle class.
Why?
Because
bro, what is lower middle class?
When I think of middle class, I think about people who are able to just get up and go and do things within their means, and like not extravagant things, but be able to get up and go to dinner whenever they want, or maybe take that trip, that long weekend trip. We don't have that luxury.
Rachel works at a nonprofit, Garrett as an insurance.
Guys, I'm pretty sure middle class is now classed or qualified as making more than $450,000, and that's so small, right? That no one really is, bro. I mean, no one is middle class. The majority of America is lower class. The overwhelming majority. We're probably talking about, I don't know, top 10% is actually middle class.
Underwriter, but their paychecks barely keep pace with their $3,400 monthly mortgage payment. Rachel's 26-year-old sister, Kristen, moved in to help offset costs for all of them.
So all of this is affecting your family planning.
You know, once we started getting daycare costs, it was like, we cannot afford to have another child until he's in a public school system. I'd love for him to have like a partner in crime, but we can't afford to give him that for at least 4 years.
And is that sad?
I'm sad. Like our family is dictated by our financials, and
most families are.
Yeah, I just never thought it would be that way. Buddy.
So what would they do differently if they could do it all over?
You just wipe that baby's nose and then wipe the liquids that's coming out of this man's nose into his mouth. All right? Oh, that's nasty.
Buddy.
So what would they do differently
Yeah, just
if they could do it
all over the
again?
lips. Imagine somebody did that to you. All right? Just for a second. Just attempt to imagine somebody walked up to you, your nose was running, and just said, you know what, let me just put that all over your lips. And now you have to taste it. Okay.
Avoid student debt, even if that means rethinking college.
Go to college, get out of poverty, the money will come. It's not as that simple, right? Would I have been in a better economic position not taking in the graduate student
Yes.
debt? Yeah, probably.
Yes.
I think this idea of going to college is something that I don't know if Miles will do, and we have decided we're not going to
push
him there either.
Right.
I think a lot of millennials were forced into saying, like, you need a 4-year degree
6 years, but yes.
in order to be successful. And
Right.
I have a communications degree, and I definitely did not need that to be successful. And so I think like it starts with when you turn 18, you're already put into a disadvantage, and I think we need to like change that.
Stop that immediately. Like this whole education system is pure capitalism. Just understand that they're making a lot of money from doing this, right? So they're going to consistently push this. One day, someone was like, you know what? We're going to quadruple whatever I paid to go to school for the younger kids. Why? Because why not? Right? That's what this was, bro.
Next generation.
Did I go to college to go do TikTok videos? No. But is that the one place right now where I can make, money potentially? So let me go make my TikTok videos while I'm at it, and hopefully find a new way to live the American dream.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, social media, not unfortunately, but social media definitely is the way forward here. Obviously, with more people, that's more splitting of the views, but that's life. I mean, you have to kind of stay on your feet in the world of content creation. I would absolutely never suggest anyone to do TikTok, and not anything large scale. They just don't have the infrastructure at all to do anything kind of meaningful for subsidizing any type of income. And not really. If you want to deal with, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours a day of work, let's say for maybe $200, $300, $500 a month, if that is acceptable, then do that. I would personally suggest taking the risk of getting monetized specifically on YouTube, becoming a YouTube partner. That is absolutely the way forward, guys. That's the way you can kind of do it full time and probably take care of your family, have extra for taking care of your parents, and then probably taking care of a couple more family members, bro. That's the way forward if that's the case. If you're actually looking to do social media for as an income, do not do TikTok, bro. I'm sure it's fine for like overall promotion, maybe. You'll have more time in a day. So maybe spend the hour on making your YouTube content available for TikTok, but push people back to YouTube. That's the best suggestion I can probably give for any person that actually wants to subsidize their income on YouTube or social media. That's it. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.